my advice to him is as he's moving up to his upcoming fight, make sure that he focus on speed, he focus on how to improve his strength and while maintaining the speed. Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight.
No.
Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength.
Okay, take a pic. Ready? Can you take a pic?
We be your champion. Woo!
Errol Spence was left stunned praising Terence Crawford's unreal training for the Canelo fight. Having shared the ring with him, Errol acknowledged Crawford's exceptional ring IQ and elite skill set. Watching Crawford's recent training, Errol couldn't believe the speed, precision, and masterful footwork on display. Terence looked like a monster in motion, sharp, explosive, and laser-focused. This version of Crawford is a dangerous force Canelo cannot underestimate.
If you were to fight, let's say Terence Crawford, what weight would you want to fight at?
147.
147 still?
Yeah.
All right, well, I think you might be watching this. This is going to make a little bit of news. Why don't you go ahead and challenge him right now?
Because my natural weight is 140, so I mean I'm just moving up to 147, so it's not to getting hard to reduce.
He says he wants to fight Canelo maybe at 168 pounds. Could you imagine him beating Canelo at that weight?
I don't know. I can't imagine. Let's wait.
When Terence Crawford reflected on his battle with Errol Spence, there was clear mutual respect between the two elite boxers. Crawford, known for his patient and cerebral fighting style, emphasized how he systematically wears down his opponents before delivering devastating flurries of punches. Former world champion and analyst Chris Algieri brought a sharp perspective when comparing Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. According to Algieri, while Crawford has consistently dominated his opponents and maintained control in nearly every bout, Canelo has experienced moments where he was visibly overwhelmed, what boxing insiders call getting bossed. One notable example was Canelo's loss to Dimitri Bivol.
That's not easy for Crawford. I mean, it's Canelo has the big advantage, but Crawford needs to manage well his body, his speed, and his power, because he's moving up to another level of weight.
I asked this because you did it with Margarito. You went to 54, and people were like, oh my God, this guy's so big, Margarito. But your speed made the difference in that fight. Well, what advice would you give a smaller guy like Crawford to fight someone like Canelo who's a lot bigger and stronger?
You know, preparing like that opponents, like is not only the speed, but you know the techniques that you can use in the fight. Like make sure that in your daily routine, training routine, like that, make sure that all the techniques, strategy, combination, like you know, it's accurate to your opponent's style. You know what I'm talking about? Like when you have a math exam tomorrow, you have to review right now a math subject. You don't need to review English subject or a science subject. You have to review math subject because tomorrow you're going to have a exam. You're going to exam a math subject. That's
a hard exam.
Where Bivol's size, jab, and discipline dictated the fight. Algiers' point supports the notion that Crawford, though moving up in weight, possesses a style rooted in control, adaptability, and technical dominance. Traits that historically trouble even seasoned champions like Canelo veteran commentator Max Kellerman provided a balanced breakdown, stating that while both Crawford and Canelo have unique advantages, Crawford edges a contest when looking at recent performances and overall skill set. Kellerman highlighted that Crawford's timing, switching ability, and knockout power have peaked impressively in recent years. In contrast, Canelo, though still elite, has shown signs of slowing down.
Years you said it doesn't interest you because you have nothing to gain and everything to lose. If he were to beat you, how damaging would that be to the Canelo brand?
He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. I think this fight is gonna be in the books of the history of boxing for sure. That's for sure.
For sure, them belts coming with me.
They coming home with me.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. It's a conversation. It's not just, oh man, you will whoop his ass.
Like yes, man type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Majimov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
Particularly in his movement and aggression. However, Kellerman did not ignore Canelo's size advantage, which should be pivotal in clinches and trading shots. But when assessing totality of tools, speed, precision, defense, adaptability, Kellerman leaned toward Crawford as the more complete and currently sharper fighter. The dynamics of this mega fight are fascinating. On one hand, Crawford is stepping into unfamiliar territory by moving up in weight, which traditionally poses a risk to speed and stamina. On the other hand, Canelo, while experienced at this level, is no longer the same explosive force he once was. Recent fights have shown Canelo struggling to secure knockouts, favoring cautious control over the all-out pressure of his earlier days.
Listen, Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time. Power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys. So you got to keep that in mind as well.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy, and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but, you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm going to get hit. I know I'm going to get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I got to bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. We'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my glove. You know, that's like a thing for me when my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. 'Cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But, you know, it comes with boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped, you know, got hurt. But it's about how you...
This suggests that while Crawford faces a physical test, Canelo's own decline in certain areas somewhat levels the playing field. If Crawford brings his best, sharp footwork, elite ring IQ, and stamina, he certainly has a path to victory. Young and rising boxing talent Abdullah Mason expressed confidence in Crawford, predicting not just a win, but a shocking one for many spectators. He emphasized that Crawford's power, often underestimated, could catch the world by surprise. The general narrative has centered around Canelo being the stronger fighter due to size. But Mason's insight flips that idea, suggesting Crawford's ability to generate power through timing, angles, and precision might be even more impactful.
The monster thing is going to always follow him.
Terence is not taking a fight in between. He's like, I'm going to move up to 168. I'm going to take my time with that. Should we expect an upset, or are we going to see what most people are expecting in that fight if it does happen?
Well, we're not going to see what most people are expecting. That's for sure. I can guarantee you that, you know, because most people looking at the weights and saying, oh, they're too far apart. Canelo is too big. No, we're not going to see what y'all think we're going to see. We're going to see a chess match, and a chess match that, if it's played correctly by each side, it could be very interesting. If it's played wrong by either side, the other side will dominate. That's how good this fight is.
Let's say if Canelo wins, do you think people give Canelo credit because Bud is smaller? And if Bud wins, should he just retire and go on the sunset?
Bud definitely should retire if he wins. Canelo, no, you have unfinished business, bro. You can try to hide, you can try to run, but that monster thing, it ain't going nowhere. I'm sorry. Even if you retire the rest of your career, the monster thing is not going anywhere because the monster was searching for you. He beat everything y'all sent at him in the process of trying to get to you. I don't care who you beat. The monster thing is going to always follow him.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there was a time where he was saying, Benavidez was saying, you know what, I got to earn that Canelo shot. He earned that shot a long time ago.
Crawford can connect cleanly and often especially in the later rounds. Mason's prediction could become reality. Dimitri Bivol, the man who handed Canelo a recent loss, offered high praise for Terence Crawford. Having seen Crawford up close, Bivol noted that Terence has bulked up impressively and has the necessary skill set to win this fight. Bivol's opinion carries weight. He understands what it takes to beat Canelo and believes Crawford has that potential. He stressed Crawford's discipline, speed, and intelligence as key assets. When someone of Biv's caliber backs a fighter, it signals that this contest is far more competitive than it may appear on paper. Keith Thurman offered a nuanced take on this showdown. He acknowledged that while the fight may seem even to casual viewers, deeper technical analysis reveals important imbalances. Citing Canelo's recent bout with Gerald Charlo, Thurman pointed out how Canelo struggled when Charlo used movement and footwork intelligently. Despite being the aggressor, Canelo couldn't effectively cut the ring or land with authority once Charlo started utilizing ring IQ. Thurman used this to suggest that Crawford, who is even more cerebral and strategic than Charlo, could create similar and perhaps greater difficulties for Canelo.